Hi, everybody.
Thursday
Welcome.
night. Hello. Hello again. If you're here for the first 5 seconds, you got this. We waved at you.
Yeah.
Hi, Sila. Come on. Say hello to everyone. Come on.
It was picking up the background noise too on our closed captioning, so hopefully you got that. There's special prizes for those who get that earlier. Oh, look how smart she is.
No. Here, high five. Hey. That's it. That's a girl.
Hi, everybody. Okay.
So it's Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yes.
Year. Month.
It should be all year long, but it's Teacher Appreciation Week.
And all the teachers are holed up at home.
Yes.
And so
we thought it would be a good time. You know?
Yeah, we thought this would be a good show to do a teacher appreciation moment.
Yeah.
First, we have to appreciate Selah.
Give her a little treat.
Here you go. Have this too. But we wanted to start. We're going to play a game today.
Yes. I'm scared.
Sort of like the game. Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
But we're doing Are You Smarter Than a Grade Schooler, and we're
Yeah.
better together. So we can put our heads together and figure it out.
We do first graders, second graders, third graders, fourth graders. Those fifth grade questions.
I'm rooting
they're
for the
pretty
first
hard.
grade questions.
They're pretty hard. I'm all for the preschool questions. Actually, preschool, I'm not sure I know the difference between Teletubbies and whatever.
Letter people.
But we want to take a minute just to appreciate teachers. I was thinking, when I was planning this, I was thinking, boy, I don't even know what I'll say. So we've done a little bit of research, and the Bill and Melissa Gates Foundation actually did a study that they've done it 2009, 2012, 2014. They did a study where they surveyed teachers, and they learned a lot about teachers in the United States. There's also surveys for around the world, but these are specifically to the United States. So I want to show you a couple of the results. These are 6. So right now we're going to show you 6 things that affirm teachers that should really make us appreciate teachers more. So let's take a look at that. 6 things that make us
right. And for those of us who have teachers in the family, this comes as no surprise. Teachers are not in it for the money. Out of 15 factors surveyed, it was 11. It came in 11th. So teachers aren't in it for the money.
It wasn't the main thing. Plus, they're underpaid. That was part of the survey. Meaning, for similar education, similar work hours, and that sort of thing, they make less than average. The other, the second point, not only are they not in it for the money, but they feel the reward of their work. In other words, 88% agreed that the rewards of teaching outweigh all the challenges that they face. So even though there are challenges that teachers will express from time to time, 88%, that's a pretty high satisfaction rate.
Yes, and even now with all the memes that are out there about teachers like dancing in the streets because they don't have to go into the classroom, teachers miss their students. Trust me, they're in it because they love those kids. So the number 3 fact is teachers believe tenure should not protect ineffective teachers. 92% of the 10,000 teachers surveyed said that tenure should not protect ineffective teachers. 80% of the teachers said that their tenure should be reevaluated at various intervals throughout their careers to make sure they're maintaining high standards as well.
So lots of times you think that teachers are hiding behind tenure, right? That's sort of the stereotype, right? That they hide behind their tenure. And actually teachers are for reevaluating tenure and not they don't like people who have tenure and have sort of lost their edge. The 4th reason to really appreciate teachers is they teach because they care. 85% of teachers chose their profession for the main reason why they chose their profession was because they wanted to make a difference in the lives of children. That was their primary motivation.
And number 5, teachers don't pass the buck. 99% of the teacher surveys said that effective and engaged teachers are essential or very important to ensuring student academic achievement. So they agree. 99% of the teachers say they need to be effective and engaged.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
And then the 6th reason that you should appreciate teachers, I'm going to put the whole list up here so that you can see it. The 6th reason is that they work a lot of hours. Teachers on average are working 10 hours and 40 minutes a day.
Wow.
10 hours and 40 minutes. And that includes, not just the classroom time, but extracurricular activities. They attend extracurricular activities. They also lead extracurricular activities, right? But in addition to that, there's preparation before the workday and after the workday.
Grading
and
papers.
even over the summer,
Right.
they're doing ongoing education and that sort of thing. So more than 10 hours, a 53-hour work week. That's a pretty big week. So if you're a teacher,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you. And if you're not a teacher, find a teacher that you could appreciate today. That's our little public service
That's right.
moment for the show. But let's get on to the game, shall we?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So what we want to do now is we want to switch to our game, which we sort of call Better Together. And the game is going to work like this. We're going to split into teams. So we would like it if you would take a team. Choose who are a couple of people who are here.
Joel.
All right, we're going to have Team Kathy and
Maria.
We're going to
Kathy.
have Team
Ruth.
Kathy and Team Joel.
Okay.
So pick a team. You're going to be on Team Kathy or Team Joel, and you can say, "I'm Team Kathy. I'm Team Joel." We want sort of a straight division.
And then Linda and Ruth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're here.
Good.
Kathy, Joel, Linda, Ruth.
Oh, you're going to put Kathy and Joel together.
Oh, that's what I thought we were doing.
That's fine.
What do I know?
I was saying Kathy and Joel could be the anchors of the teams.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
And then people can pick it. So we're going to have a little competition between us. And the way it will work is Ida's going to choose a category and a difficulty for each question from this special category bag.
Oh my.
And you'll see how it goes. But we have questions, and they're different level questions. So there's first grade questions, those are worth 1 point. Second grade worth 2 points. Third grade worth 3 points. All the way up to fifth grade, which is 5 points. The fifth grade questions are pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Then the topics are as listed there: history, English, literature, and history, English and literature, geography, science, math, and potpourri and riddles is the last section. Now, if it's potpourri and riddle, there is no first, second, third, fourth, and fifth grade. They're all worth 5 points on potpourri and riddles.
Okay.
And if you miss a potpourri and riddle, on all the other ones, if you miss, you just don't get the points. But on potpourri and riddle, if you miss, you lose that number of points. So you either gain 5 or lose 5. That's the big pressure.
Okay.
The big pressure question. All right.
Okay, I'm stirring these up.
So when you give your answer, you say Team Joel, whatever, or Team Kathy, whatever.
Kathy's recruiting Linda.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So what do I pick first?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I'm picking. Oh my. 5th grade level.
She started with a 5th grade level, so this is going to be a 5-point question, a little harder than most of them. And what's the topic?
Let it be easy. I don't know. Riddles and potpourri.
Yeah, so that would be 5 points either way, so you're fine.
Riddles and potpourri.
So here is the 5-point question, which actually that just means to me question number 5. I've got a whole bunch of questions, so this is random. We didn't want to fix it. Now Ida's going to be the negotiator. She will break ties if 2 people from a team. And so Kathy said she wanted Linda. I guess we did a draft there.
I guess.
And Maria and Joel. And if somebody else is, Maria's going to be on Joel's team. If somebody else is coming on,
Mary Lou just came on.
Yeah. So Mary Lou, join in either Joel's team or Kathy's team. Mm-hmm. Here's question 5.
Question 5.
Are you ready for it?
Riddles and potpourri.
Yeah. It's either a riddle or a potpourri. 2 mothers and 2 daughters were fishing. They managed to catch 1 big fish, 1 small fish, and 1 very fat fish. Only 3 fish were caught. But how is it possible that each person took home a fish? How is it possible? Okay. So there were, I'll read it again.
Yes.
2 mothers and 2 daughters were fishing.
So okay.
They managed to catch 1 big fish, 1 small fish, and 1 fat fish. Since only 3 fish were caught, how is it possible that each person took home a fish? Please identify your team as you give an answer, and we'll take sort of the average of the answers.
Okay. John's here with Mary Lou too, so.
Good. You guys, maybe you want to split up. Maybe one of you wants to go on Team Joel and one of you on Team Kathy. We're going to have Team Joel and Team Kathy playing tonight. When you put in your answer, you just say Team Joel and then give your answer. So anybody have a guess on that one?
Maria has a guess.
It's a hard one. What's her guess?
Mother, grandmother, and daughter.
Yeah. So does Maria have a team?
I don't know.
Maria, you got to declare a team. Yeah. No, you can't be your own team. You have to either pick Team Joel or Team Kathy. Okay, so you decide which you're on.
And
Team Joel or Team Kathy?
Joel says child, mother,
And
grandmother.
I think Maria. I think Maria is on Joel's team.
Okay.
Because Linda was recruited by Kathy, and those were the first 4 players.
Okay.
So,
okay. Maria says Team Joel. So looks like Joel's team with Maria's help.
Everybody declare teams, please.
Yes.
So that we can keep track. That's exactly the answer. That's a 5-point. That's a 5-point answer.
Yay!
It's the fishing party consisted of 3 generations of women. So there were 2 mothers and 2 daughters, a grandmother, a mother, and a daughter. 2 daughters and 2 mothers. All right, that's potpourri. See how easy those are?
Yeah, those are easy.
5
you can
points.
do this.
5 points for Team Joel.
Okay. Keep track of your own score.
We didn't do a scorekeeping thing, but I'll keep it here.
All right. Okay, I'm going to draw again.
So you put the stuff back though.
I did.
Not the paper, not the piece of paper though. The potpourri one. You pull that one out and leave it out. Did you pull that out?
Ugh, 5th grade again.
You're picking the high ones.
I'm taking this one out because that was it. That was the riddles. And okay, then I have to pick another one.
So this is a question for Team Kathy.
Math.
Okay, so only Team Kathy can answer this one. All right, it's a math question and a level 5. Believe me, you're not going to enjoy this.
Uh-oh.
But it's worth 5 points, but you don't risk 5 points. If you get it right, you get 5 points. If you don't, you get nothing. All right? You get no points added. So here it is.
Okay.
You peer through a window into a classroom and count 20 eyes. If each person has a normal number of eyes, how many people are in the room?
You peer into the window.
Oops, that was a first grade question.
Hey, we like the first grade.
No, that was a first grade question.
Oh.
You can't have that one. Sorry, I read the wrong one. Here it is.
Okay. I'm ready.
A hexagon has how many sides? A hexagon has how many sides? These are not multiple choice. So now we have some students here.
Yes.
Nathan and David need to pick a team. Hi. Is that Nate?
Yeah.
Nathaniel, nice to see you.
And Andy Casil just joined us.
Nice. Everybody who's coming in, pick a team. You're either on Team Joel or Team Kathy, and then say Team Joel or Team Kathy so we can keep track.
Okay.
So
A hexagon.
Team Kathy, that's the question for you. A hexagon, how many sides does it have? We're just going to give you 15 or 20 seconds.
I forget what team she's on.
Well, she wouldn't be answering if she's not on Kathy. So
6.
So Mary Lou says 6. Do other people agree or disagree? Let's try to get it as a team answer.
Anna Marie says 6 sides. Team Kathy.
6. Hexa. That's the question. What does hexa mean? Hexa. Lots of 6s.
Yeah.
Stuck in there. Are you going to go with that as an answer?
I guess we are because everybody's saying 6. Kathy's
saying 6. Is that your final
6.
answer? You're the facilitator.
Yes,
That's correct. The answer is 6. So the score is 5-5. That ties it up. That's 2 questions. We're going to do 10 questions total. So let's keep rolling. Put that piece of paper away. Put the block though back in the box.
Yep, block.
And don't pick the same block again.
I didn't mean to. He's shaking. If I pick it out now, it's nobody's fault. But
see how easy that first grade question was? How many eyes? Everybody's like, wait, is that a trick question?
Oh, this is a 4th grade question.
4th grade question. They're pretty hard too. And what category are we in for 4th grade questions?
We are on geography.
Okay, geography.
4th grade geography.
Okay, so this is Team Joel.
Okay, Team Joel.
You're not risking. It's just 4 points. So you're either going to be at 9 points or 5 points at the end of this round. Okay, here it is. 4th grade. I'm going to read the right one this time.
Okay.
Where is the largest desert in the world located? I'm looking for a general geographic region. You could give a country, or you could give a general. It doesn't have to be specific. It has to be slightly more specific. Like if you're going to give me a continent, tell me which part of the continent.
The largest desert.
The question is, where is the largest desert in the world located?
Nathan says,
I actually I have so many questions. I didn't look these up, all of these. So I don't know what that desert is.
I
I know
have
where
a
it is,
feeling
but
that
I don't
Team
know.
Joel is going to be able to answer this one. Joel says Africa. Maria says Africa.
Okay, I'd like you to be more specific than Africa. Which part of Africa?
Maria says Northern Africa.
So she's going with Northern Africa. Let's see if we get other agreement on that.
Which part of Africa,
topic.
Team Joel?
So they're going with so far they've a couple people have said Africa. Some you could come up with something else too. There might be other places.
Joel says North Africa, and
Everybody
Ruth
says North
says Sahara.
She says the Sahara Desert.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're ready to declare
I
it,
think I'm declaring it. I think we've got enough answers. Northern
because you have
Africa.
confidence in Joel for one, and somebody came out of the gate really fast on it, right?
Yeah.
So this is a 4-point question. That's right. It's North Africa.
Yay.
Sorry, I don't know what the maybe it is Sahara. Ruth said Sahara, so I'll be willing to go with you on that.
Okay. Next question.
Yeah. What are we on?
We are
what
just
on now?
cooking with.
So that's 4 points. So it's 9-5. This question for Team Kathy.
Okay, for Team Kathy, a 4th grade question,
Another 4th grade question.
and it is riddles and potpourri.
Okay, riddles and potpourri. 4th grade. A pound cake.
No, John, you can't ask Siri, but but he does say
that
Sarah Desert.
A pound cake traditionally contains a pound of which 4 ingredients?
Oh,
You have to come up with all 4 of them. A pound cake traditionally contains a pound of which 4 ingredients? We'll give you
I think I
15
know.
or 20 seconds. So, who in your school?
Yeah.
Who was your favorite? Let's just say like elementary school.
Okay.
Did you have a favorite? Did you have a good elementary
I did.
Yeah.
I had a wonderful elementary life.
life? And so, did you have any good teachers during that time?
I think all my teachers were wonderful.
And was there any that was like your absolute like favorite?
I'm going to say it's Mrs. Zorzy.
Mrs. Zorzy.
Yeah. Mrs. Zorzy.
Why do all teachers have names that sound like teachers?
I don't know, but she was definitely she was definitely one of my favorite teachers. She recognized people's talents so easily and encouraged people to use those talents, and I just remember thinking that
What grade?
6th,
6th grade.
yeah, that I knew that we were loved, you know. So yeah, I really loved her.
My 6th grade teacher was Mr. Medeiros. Isn't it interesting that I'm not sure I could name every teacher I had, but I could name a lot more in elementary school than I could, I think, in like junior high and.
They make a
high
big
school.
difference in your life, and yeah.
I'd be interested, if you want to give your answers. But while you're thinking about it, if you have a favorite teacher that you want to shout out and give, so who was your favorite elementary teacher, and what was the
And why?
reason behind it? Yeah.
We are getting 3 answers: flour, sugar, butter, eggs. That must be
Everybody's saying
answer.
the
That's
same thing.
Everybody's saying the same thing.
No disagreements.
So, yeah, that's Team Kathy. So I think we should call it. That sounds like a good answer.
Okay, so I'll give you
Flour,
the answer.
butter,
the
sugar.
actual answer is a pound cake traditionally contains a pound of flour, butter, eggs, and sugar. That's right.
Way to go, guys.
So that ties it up.
Yeah.
It's almost like you rigged it, Ida. People always say that we rigged the game.
There's no way I could rig this game, but okay. Oh, no. You told me not to pull this one again, but I did.
Another
That's
5.
5th grader, and the category is riddles and potpourri.
Oh, here we go again. All right, so question 5 on riddles and potpourri.
Okay. This is Team Joel, right?
Yep, we're back to Team Joel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on this question, you have 9 points. If you get it right, you'll go to 14. If you miss it, you go down to 4.
This is where you could start losing.
So on
points.
riddles and potpourri, you can lose points. So here's the question. A girl was 13 on her last birthday
Okay.
and will be 15 on her next birthday. How is that possible?
Say this again.
A girl was 13 on her last birthday, and she'll be 15 on her next birthday. How is that possible?
Team Joel.
Mrs. I can't read that far. What was the
Gilpin.
name? Mrs. Gilpin.
Thought she was smart. Grade 1.
Yeah. You know, that was one of the things when I was thinking about teachers. When I go back through my favorite teachers, my favorite teachers all thought I was smart.
But you know what? I think that goes back to children.
I don't know whether they thought I was smart, but they made me think they thought I was smart.
Children respond to what your expectations are. Oh, my. Oh, Linda's responding. Nathan
never had a good elementary teacher. Yep. So not everybody has a good experience. You know, usually you have a teacher somewhere along the line that really was appreciated.
She's responding on her birthday. Ellen Joel says today is her birthday, her 14th birthday. John says it's her birthday. So I think we've got 3 answers saying it's her birthday. That's how this would happen. So we're going to call it and say, and Maria says it's her birthday.
Yeah, of
She's
course.
14
that
today.
makes sense, doesn't it? So
yes.
It's hard. It's hard if you're on any other day and you're trying to think that one through. It doesn't make sense.
So we do not lose points. That's good. Okay.
No, you get 5 for that.
Get 5 more.
So
good
you're
job.
up to 14 on round 3.
Okay, we're going for Team Kathy.
I can't believe how I got fast. I mean, I never expected the scores to get to 15. I mean, the average score is going to be 3. So
second grade level.
Second grade. So so this one's only worth 2. So it's going to now be hard to catch up. If what's the category?
Oh my! It's riddles and
another
potpourri.
riddle and potpourri. So there's only.
I'm not throwing those back in there.
No, you're not. There's only
Okay.
4 of them. So
Okay.
this I believe is the last. There might be 5. There are 5 of them.
Oh, that's right.
why. Okay, so here it is: riddles and potpourri for
Team Kathy.
second grade.
Second grade level. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there isn't a second grade level. That just tells me that
riddles
they're
and
all
potpourri.
riddles and potpourri.
Oh, sorry.
So let's go back through. So again, this is worth 5 points.
Because we don't have grade levels
I
on
confused
riddles.
myself. There's no grade levels on this one. So this is worth 5 points, but you lose 5 points if you miss it. So it's real important the Team Kathy comes through on
Okay,
this.
Team Kathy, we're rooting
Oh,
for
and
you.
it's a toughie too.
Uh-oh.
It's a toughie. A squared plus B squared equals C squared is known as the what? What is that formula called? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. I think you use it in triangles. Calculating triangles. Am I right about that? I'm pretty sure.
A squared plus
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That formula has a name. It's known as the
formula.
Phew.
David.
A lot of points on the line here. a lot of points on the line.
David's saying Team Kathy, Pythagorean theorem.
Pythagorean theorem.
And he even spells it right. That's awesome.
How do you know?
Because I know how to spell. That's one thing I can do.
That's not how I would have spelled it. Kathy says Pythagorean theorem too.
And David says you use it on a 90-degree triangle. Anna Marie says Pythagorean theorem. And so does Mary Lou. So we're going to call it. It must not have been that hard. Either that we've got really smart people out in our audience.
I never would have come up with that one. You could have. I mean, now that you say Pythagorean theorem, I've heard of that.
Yeah. It all comes flowing back to you now.
But that's also the correct answer.
Yay,
so it ties it up again in round 3.
We're tied.
We're at
okay.
14 points per team. So we're back over to Joel's team again.
And we're on 2.
All right, this is a second grade question unless it's potpourri.
The question is
History. Of course. Now, Team Joel has an advantage on history. Joel is a history guy, so anyway. And so if Joel doesn't come up with the second grade history, we can mock him for
That's right.
for ages.
Uh-oh, Joel, the pressure is on.
So here we go. So this is worth 2 points, and you're not risking anything. So you're going to either have 14 or 16 after this question. What are the 3 branches of the United States government? What are the 3 branches of the United States
3
government?
branches.
So Ida, I know that you looked at some funny teacher stories.
I did. I was going to share this one. You know, I think kids tell their teachers just about everything. There are no secrets when it comes to being a teacher. But here's a cute story. A kindergarten teacher was showing her class a page from an encyclopedia, and it had a bunch of national flags on it. And she pointed to the American flag, and she said, "What flag is this?" And the little girl answered right. She said, "Well, that's our country's flag." And the teacher says, "Well, that's good. What's the name of our country?" And she said, "'Tis of thee."
Our country,
"'Tis of thee."
Some of those kids' stories, like I think you have to read like 10 of them, and then one like really
I know
shakes you the right
sweet.
way. Yeah, most of them. That's really where you go. Aw, isn't
that's
that
so
cute?"
sweet. Nathan weighing in, and he says Congress, judiciary, executive.
Mm-hmm.
Joel says executive, legislative, and judicial.
Slightly different.
And John says executive, judicial, legislative. So, yeah. 2 against 1.
It's team guys. Well, he was right.
Ruth says she's with Joel. He's correct. So, let's do it. Let's call it. We have three answers that are alike. Executive, judicial, legislative.
Okay, so the answer that we were looking for, was this a history question?
It was a history question.
Oh, there it is. Legislative, judicial, and executive.
There you
what
go.
We're looking for.
And yay, so 2 points
2
for
points.
Team
So
Joel.
that takes them to 16. That leaves the door wide open for Team
Come
Kathy.
on, Team Kathy.
We do have one more round after this one. Team Kathy has 2 questions left. Team Joel has 1.
4th grade.
4th grade. There it is. This is the opportunity to go ahead.
Oh. Riddles and potpourri.
Oh, this is probably the whole game right here. So it's not worth 4 points. It's worth 5 points. But if you miss it, you lose 5. You guys got it, huh? Executive, judicial.
Yeah. Maria's answer just came slow. It's coming all the way from Canada.
That's right. Team potpourri.
Okay. Team
I mean,
potpourri.
Team Joel. Team Joel with the potpourri question.
No.
Which one was
It's
it?
Team Kathy.
4. Question 4.
Team Kathy, 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Team Kathy, question 4. The energy of a moving object is also called what?
The energy
of a moving object is also called the energy of a moving object. Not so easy.
I don't think so either.
So the story that I heard was that a teacher in a sex education class was telling her students, talking about puberty, and she asked one of the students, "What's the what happens to a girl when she goes through puberty?" That was her question. And the kid said, "What do you mean puberty?" And she said, as they grow older, what happens to girls? And they said, well, they start to carry purses.
How observant. David.
Probably not the answer she was going for.
That's sweet. David on Team Kathy, kinetic energy. Mary Lou is saying momentum.
Kinetic energy or momentum. You're going to have to pick one of those. And
Kathy says motion energy.
Motion energy, kinetic energy, momentum.
Joel wants to know if he can steal.
It's worth 5. No, you can't steal. Well, you can steal. No. These questions you can't steal. It's just a matter of whether they get it.
We have 2 kinetic energies, 1 momentum, and 1 motion.
So I'll read the question again. The energy of a moving object is also called. The energy of a moving object is also called. It's going to be a tough one for you.
I know. Well,
This puts all the pressure on Ida. I did when I made this game up. I wasn't intending it to make it to be pressureful. I knew that you might have to break a tie.
I'm going to go with kinetic energy.
Kinetic energy
is
the one that you think.
Yes, it's going to be. I can tell by the way you're looking at me. I just did something wrong.
So it's either Team Kathy is going to go to 19 or they're going to go to 9.
Mary Lou says, I agree with kinetic. So,
So either 19 or 9. Joel's team has 16.
Yeah.
So
We're going with kinetic.
Kinetic? That's the right answer.
Oh, well, yay!
Yep. And that's the last potpourri question, too.
Oh, good.
So I think it is 19. So the end of round 1, Team Kathy is ahead 19-16 with Team Joel's opportunity to catch up. So this, no, wait, before you choose. This is going to be a Team Joel question, but it's worth double points.
Oh, hi, Kristen.
Okay.
Team Joel, double points. And it is, oh, I'm sorry, guys, it's a 5th grade question.
A 5th grade question. Wow. Now you can either get 10 points, but you can't lose 10 points. Get 10 points or lose 10 points. It's just a 5th grader, and we've got lots of people here, so.
Yeah.
You know, on the show, it's just one person, and it's much harder because one person might have a little hole in there. That's the whole idea of this show, is we're better together.
Right.
Right?
We
can crush it together.
That's right.
So I'm looking for the science questions. Got all these pages here.
Welcome, Janet.
Science questions. Janet, you're here right for the end of our game. Science 5th grade question. Here it is.
We can do this. We can do it. Okay.
All right. The Earth has 4 layers.
Oh, no.
The thickest of which is the mantle. But what is the thinnest layer called?
Joel?
For 10 points. The Earth has 4 layers. The thickest of which is the mantle. Which is the thinnest layer called? Again, I'd never have a chance on this one.
This reminds me. Joel and I, my husband and I, went to college together, and he convinced me to take a class called Earth Science because it was so easy. And I almost failed Earth Science.
Wow.
It's not good. So let's see. Nathan is weighing in, and he's saying crust.
Crust.
Joel is
2
saying
crusts.
crust.
Wow. Are you sure you guys haven't been eating toast?
Well,
the crust. I usually remove the crust.
And John Zolko's saying crust.
Wow.
We've got 3 crusts.
Right in a row.
Yeah.
That is a crusty old group of people.
Janet saying, do we have multiple choice? No.
No, the show usually has multiple choice, but we don't. You just have to come up with it straight away.
So we have 3 crusts, so I'm going to go with crust.
Crust. And that's the right answer.
Yay, good job.
The crust is the thinnest
Team
layer.
Joel, okay.
And I'm sorry, I didn't look it up ahead of time, so I don't know what the other 2 layers are called. I would say the core. And the core, the magma, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
if anybody knows the 4 layers, live it up. Don't take my word for it, though.
It's a 4th grade question.
I do know so here we go. 8
Team
points.
Kathy.
8 points. And so this is the whole game right here. Because Team Joel has 26. This is worth 8, which would give Team Kathy 27.
Oh, and
you would win by 1.
English and literature.
English and literature. We haven't had one of those
4th grade.
before, have we?
No, it's the
4th
first.
grade English and literature.
We did watch a Karnak the Magnificent.
Is that where that came
I
from?
think so, because the answers were stored in a mayonnaise jar.
Yeah, that's I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that he came out and he always said like something, like he always gave a blessing that was sort of a nasty blessing.
Right.
Okay, so here it is. Here it is. Very easy.
Okay. Come on, Kathy. Team Kathy. Go,
what is the main character in a story called? What is the main character in a story called? This is for 8 points and the game.
Oh.
Get it right and you win by 1.
And what do we win?
Oh.
So you win the pride of yes, I get it. I think there should be a prize. I always think there should be a prize. Okay.
So you're either going to end up with 19 or with 27, which both are respectable scores. Those are way. I never expected the score to be that high.
I agree.
So you picked all 4s and 5s. Did you pick anything other than a 4 and a 5? You picked a 2 at one point.
I picked a 2 once. David is saying protagonist.
Protagonist. A couple of protagonists.
Mary Lou is saying protagonist. I can't get. They're not popping up that quickly.
Protagonist.
But, and so does Anna Marie says protagonist. That's 3 answers. You guys, for the win.
That's when I think of tagonist. I think that sounds negative to me. The tagonist. The antagonist. So
yeah, I think you're. I mean,
so
yeah.
The protagonist.
Pro, positive.
Is it?
Anti is negative. So
I thought the tagonist part was negative. Antagonist sounds bad to me.
What do you have against antagonists?
Do you have another story?
I have lots of stories. But
I thought you had a second story.
I do.
Well, I don't want to go too far. This is our last question. This is your opportunity for your story.
Yeah. So a kindergarten teacher was watching her classroom as they were drawing, and she would walk around and look at the kids' work. And she got to one little girl who was working really hard, and she asked what the drawing was. I said, "What are you drawing?" And the little girl said, "I'm drawing God." And the teacher said, "Well, but nobody knows what God looks like." And the little girl said, "Well, they will after this."
That's confidence. See, right there.
That's right. I think that's sweet. Kathy says, "We got this." And Joel's saying, he's already congratulating Team Kathy.
He thinks that's what it is, the protagonist.
Yep.
And that's the answer. It's protagonist. Nicely done.
Way to go,
Nicely done
Team
on everybody.
Kathy.
Everybody got every question right. It was just a matter of the numbers that were picked.
You must have had good teachers in their lifetime because they're remembering all that stuff.
Your teachers would be proud. You know, in particular, Mrs. Slover would be proud.
That's right.
Of us.
Good old Mrs. Slover. High school biology.
High school teacher that he liked. So Mrs. Slover, she would be proud. And your English teacher, I'll tell you, that protagonist thing, that's pretty good. The English teacher would be proud.
I'm agreeing with that.
And your potpourri teacher, I mean, would be ecstatic.
My potpourri teacher would be really happy.
And your riddles teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have some good.
Oh my, Calvin.
All right, time for us to move on with the show. Thanks for playing the game. That was a lot of fun. Second time we've played a game sort of along those lines. Yeah. And this one went better. The last time, remember, we
kind of stumbled over it.
Like we missed a lot.
We did.
I think I made it significantly harder before.
Yeah.
That's what when I was researching this. These questions are really hard. Like you can have questions that are really, really hard.
Yeah.
And so I actually stayed away from the. I was thinking if we'd played a game, all 5th grade questions. Those, no one has ever won the $1 million on that show.
Really?
Did you know that?
No.
So
I believe it.
No one has ever been smarter than a 5th grader on that whole on the whole run of that show.
Those 5th graders.
And I think the show's still going on.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
so
seen it.
There's just enough hard, tricky questions. And those 5th grade ones, if you look at like the $1 million questions, like you look at it and you're just like, I don't know. And I think it is. Maybe when we're all together, we can do a little bit better. But
absolutely,
congratulations,
that's
team,
right.
Team Kathy.
Way to go, Team Kathy. And way to go, Team Joel too, because you gave it a run for the money.
After the break, we're going to talk about a prize that we're going to bring to bear next Thursday night.
Okay.
I'm so that's excited. A little teaser for after the turn of the page. Let's see, where are we in the show, Ida?
I'm not sure.
There must be something going on
There's
now.
got to be something going on. There's always something going on.
Of course, it's your saying, Ida.
The saying of the week.
It's time for Ida's saying of the week. So why don't you carry us into your saying?
Okay. Well, I chose this saying of the week because sometimes we know the answer and sometimes we don't. There's a lot of pressure on kids to get it right. So this is why this saying came to mind. Some kids are smarter than you. Some kids have cooler clothes than you. Some kids are better at sports than you. It doesn't matter. You have your thing too. Be the kid who can get along. Be the kid who's generous. Be the kid who is happy for other people. Be the kid who does the right thing. Be the nice kid. So, be the nice kid.
Did you write that for me?
I'm
Don't
not
be the
going to
bully.
say
Be the
don't
nice
be
kid.
ornery. Be nice. Find something nice to say.
That felt accusatory to me for some reason.
You must have
You
a
just
guilty
kept saying,
conscience.
be the kid that gets along. Be the kid who's generous.
Yes.
Be the kid who's happy for other people.
Be that kid.
Yeah.
Be the nice kid.
Don't be the kid that puts the water over my head and breaks the bag. Don't be the kid that makes me put my face in pies.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I almost forgot about the pie.
Nathaniel owns the pie. I had nothing to do with the pie. We set the pie up so there was only 25% chance of
And
actually
how did I
getting a
have
pie.
to stick my face in that pie? I don't know.
You're not lucky. That's why.
I'm really not lucky. Okay, well.
All right, let's bring it back. So let's continue the now for the joke of the week.
Oh,
And this
yeah.
is this
How could
is
we
the
miss
thing.
the
People
joke of
clamor
the-
for this every week.
I know they get past that saying of the
That's
week.
right.
That's so
That
boring. Let's
game,
get to the joke of the
So
week.
tiresome going through that whole game just to get to the joke of the week. This week our jokester is Mr. Jeffrey Ellen, one of our board members. Jeff heard that we were going to do a teaching show tonight, and so he said, I had a friend that taught computer science.
Oh, he had a friend that taught computer science.
Yeah. I taught computer science. Then he lost his drive.
You know, the first thing that went through my mind was, where's that sound? Because I want to go wah wah wah.
We played it last week. Just fill in last week.
That's right. He lost his drive.
Thank you, Jeff, for
Yes, Jeff, you're such a good sport. Thank you for your joke of the week and for smiling through it.
That's it on YouTube for tonight. We're going to move on Facebook. There is a little bit more show to come with comments and thoughts, informal talk, a look at the news, a little bit of an announcement for next week. But for those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for coming. We really enjoyed playing the game. Hope you did too. If you're a teacher, we appreciate you. Please remember to appreciate a teacher in your world and tell them that I'm uniquely the same. You're uniquely the same. Together, we could change the world. Bye-bye. Now I have to remember to click that button.
Don't forget to click the button.
Let me say it again. Bye-bye.